Now we can clap if you want.
Go ahead.
No, you're the clap guy.
You clapped last time.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
No, clap. You fucking asshole.
Good morning.
You have to leave that in. Leave in that silence at the beginning.
You want me to put the clap in?
No, leave the clap out. That was
Okay.
fucking funny. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Lost in Louisville. Oh,
I just wasn't ready.
you didn't look ready.
No, I didn't. For some reason, I don't know. I've started this every time by saying good morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't expecting the good morning to come out this time.
Well, you clapped and then looked at me like I was supposed
That's why
to say
I asked
something.
you to clap.
Well, because you can just clap and then say good morning.
Yeah, but then it feels like I need to give time for the editor, aka me, to go through and find the clap, and then scrub it. I don't know.
It's
Too much of my mental workload after this week. After what I've dealt with this week,
yeah.
we'll get into that.
Okay. Well, this week we attempted to go. Listen,
Ain't happening.
it's not ever gonna happen. Never. We're never gonna get
100th episode special. The
If
place
we-
that was supposed to be the first.
there. If we make it to 100,
Are we not gonna make it to 100?
I'm gonna try.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
Yeah. So
Ain't happening.
it's. I want it to happen because we said it would happen.
Yeah.
But-
well, we've been let down.
You did say 3 strikes you're out, and we tried 3. Dude, it's been 6 weeks.
And how long is your fucking voicemail gonna say? In two more weeks. When did it start? When did they first close?
I have no idea.
Who knows how many 2-week long periods have happened when we first showed up and it said closed for 2 weeks?
I don't know, man.
How long into the 2 weeks was that? How many 2-week cycles had that been up there? And then when I called, where were we at in the another 2 weeks? The first time, fucking 2 weeks ago.
I have no idea, dude. And what's ridiculous is we received 0 updates.
Yeah, it just says the same thing.
It just says the same thing, and the same signs are out
Oh
on the
my
front of the
God.
building.
You know what I haven't checked?
What?
Do they have Facebook?
I have no idea. Maybe?
Let's look there. Let's do a live reaction to Iroquois Pizza's Facebook and see if they've even said anything. Iroquois Pizza. Yeah, I didn't even have to type it all in. Temporarily closed.
Temporarily, my ass. It's been
We're
6 weeks.
October 20th. We are temporarily closed. We will inform you when we reopen. Our best regards to all.
What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? That's insane. They've been closed since... Dude, it's been over a month.
Yeah.
It's been a month and 5 days.
Oh, we were closed September 27th, 28th, and 29th. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Reopen Friday, September 30th at 3 p.m.
September, bro.
Oh, it's November.
I was like, what is he talking about? How is this relevant? September.
They repost stuff on here like they close down all the time. What the hell?
Just in like
they post
8-week stints.
They got like a thing of bees posted on here. We'll be closed today and tomorrow. Then they got a cosmic watch repost, and then an owl, and then we'll be closed these 3 days, and we're temporarily closed. No updates since then.
I mean, can you blame them though? Because like, if this is just like a local place that's run by like some dude and his family,
dude, there's comments on here like, your great kitchen made going for pizza fun again. Sweet people too, what I hope that means. We miss you and hope everyone is safe. Hoping and praying all is okay and you'll be open soon.
bro, people really love this place. Too bad
our
we
favorite
can't
pizza
have
place.
it.
Please reopen soon.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is some people's favorite pizza place, and we've
Love
still
this
never.
pizza place, and I hope that all will be worked out so we can reopen and come visit you again.
If we never get to have this pizza, like ever, like if they close down permanently before we get to try it, I'm gonna be so fucking
We love
mad.
your pizza, spaghetti, and your everything. Our best wishes go to you. Hope you are able to reopen.
That's insane.
Need my weekly pizza fix from you guys, and that German chocolate cake. Oh my!
Oh, that's fucking delicious.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't count them out. Maybe we should just pray for them. Maybe they got something going on.
Thoughts and prayers out to Iroquois Pizza. No one knows what's wrong. Well, actually, we kind of know what's wrong because doesn't the door say they need an oven part or something?
It did, but now it says they're going under an overhaul. Would they just have like a bunch of people quit?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're putting in a new oven. Maybe the new oven part is just a whole new oven.
Maybe the new oven part is the crew that mans the oven.
It's like having a rowboat and saying, "Yeah, I gotta replace the motor."
Yeah.
It's people.
Oh God.
So yeah, we didn't get to go to Iroquois Pizza. We called. Literally, Cotton rolled up in my house, woke me up, and we called them to make sure that they were open, and we got the exact same voicemail he's been met with every time.
See, and I called 2 days ago, which is why we planned on going to the place that we went to today, Rubbies.
Not Rubies.
Rubbies.
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 My God. Talk about going back to 1965.
Okay, so this is. I wanted to say this in the restaurant, but it was too mean. Listen, this place, the decor needs. It needs new decor so bad. It looks like it was. Cotton is very accurate. It looks like you pulled it straight out of the 60s.
Dude, there's wood paneling
everywhere.
Pictures of Marilyn Monroe
so like there was a plastic like sheet on top of our table, and then shoved between that and the fucking
slab of
tablecloth. I'm talking about the plastic. Like, it's plastic. It wasn't glass.
No, it's glass.
No,
it was glass
I
because
picked it up. It was plastic.
It was glass because the woman pushed two of the tables together and glass shot off of the table.
It was just really sharp plastic. I don't know. Anyway, some type of clear layer on the top of the table. Then underneath that was the cover of Marilyn Monroe's biography by some other dude, and then but underneath that was the tablecloth. So it was like almost pressed onto the table. It was weird.
And what was weird about it is it was like two of the covers on top of each other, but they were on the same sheet of paper.
Yeah.
And both of them were facing Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm Cotton. That's Bob.
Yeah, hi, I'm Bob. That is
This
Cotton.
is Lost in Louisville.
I said the name of the podcast at the start.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I said welcome back.
It's been 8 minutes.
Yeah, welcome back, you little Cotton Bobs.
Speaking of little Cotton Bobs, disappointed.
Why?
They let us down.
How did they let us down?
We're going to go from 72 views to 32? What the hell?
That's more than my other podcast gets.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Way more.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't. So many episodes of that come out. I'm just like, oh my God. I don't have time to listen to this.
It's because we did a
because you do weekly, then you get specials, then your guests get whenever they're on, they get their own episode.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
was the whole
holy
thing.
shit.
Dude, I was toiling away last week at the end.
I know. Every other day on our chat, a new episode out, scariest one yet. You want to hear me scream while drunk? What are you talking about?
Hey, you guys should check out my other podcast though, for real. It's called at Beware the Board on Twitter, Beware the Board on YouTube. Check it out.
Plug our podcast in that one.
No, but I will next time. In the announcements, I'll do it just for you. You brought it up, okay? Well, actually, I brought it up. But check that out, please. It's very, very funny. It's a horror podcast where if you like me now, wait till you get to hear me drunk and screaming. It's fun.
I'm not in that one.
No, I do want to have you on though because it would be really, really fun to have you do watch Saw with us or something because I know you're really into it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Me and Benton have talked about it.
We'll see. Once we get on the microphone.
We have another mic.
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot you had a guest.
Yeah, Ben has it, but we can't. I'll explain it later, but it's a whole thing.
Okay.
Anyway, so what I was gonna say earlier that was too mean to say in the restaurant, Rubbies, dude, that place looked like we walked into an episode of Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah.
It looked like every restaurant on that show.
Let's put this into perspective. On the door, it said A100.
Yeah,
For the health inspection.
Yep.
There was a chicken bone laying in the middle of the floor.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. There's a chicken bone laying in the middle of the floor.
It wasn't in the middle of the floor. No. We were in the middle of the room. It was behind me.
Yeah.
Under another table.
But still. It was on the floor.
Yeah, there was a chicken bone just on the floor. I don't know where it came from.
Some lady sat on top of it. Well, sat in the chair that it was underneath.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that dude, this place was full of old people.
Oh, my God. And they were all regulars.
Dude, they knew everyone's names.
And what they got?
Yeah, they're like, oh, this guy gets this, and he gets a beer. Dude, that old couple that came in halfway through when we were like in there, and they sat him at the booth, and the other server had to explain to the older server, like, oh yeah, she gets a Pepsi, he gets a beer, and they order their food to go, but they sit at this booth and wait for it in here and drink a beer. Like, what?
I don't know.
People are like regulars and stuff at this place, and like,
I mean, that's like when I first started the casino, you get regulars there. It's weird. But I mean, I guess you get regulars anywhere you go.
dude, and you even noticed it. So this place is a bar and grill. So we were on the restaurant side. The bar was popping. There were hella people in there.
It was so full for no reason.
And also, the back sheet of their menu was all bourbon.
I want to mention also that it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon when we got there.
That's true. We're recording the. Wait, yeah. It was 3 p.m. I don't know why there were so many fucking people in the bar side of that place. 3 p.m. on a Friday.
Ridiculous. You know what's even more ridiculous?
What?
This story that I've been wanting to tell.
I didn't know if you're gonna use it right now.
We're gonna hop into it real fast, just because I'm still so fuming about it, and I just want to get it off my chest.
Okay.
So I got pulled over.
Oh
yesterday
yeah.
on
This
my
one.
way to work.
I'm so interested in this.
I got pulled over yesterday on my way to work.
Yeah.
I was going the speed limit. I was like, "What in the actual fuck?"
You were going the speed limit.
Yeah. 5
Surprising.
miles per hour over. Okay. That's not speeding. That's going what everybody else is going on the road, including this cop behind me. He pulls me over, and I'm like, once I realized there was a cop behind me, I slowed down. And he rode behind me for like 10 minutes.
Really?
Before pulling me over.
What the fuck?
So I was like, what the hell? So he pulled me over right before my exit. And he comes over to the window of the car and he's like, you know why I pulled you over today? And I'm like, actually, no.
No, I
really don't. He was like, your tags are expired.
Oh.
And I went, the tags on the back of my car say December of 2023. And he goes, yeah. And I said, it's November of 22. And he said, uh-huh. Well, those tags don't belong to this car.
What?
And I said, huh? What do you mean they don't belong to this car? This is the only car I've got. He was like, yeah, well, the tags that are on this vehicle do not belong to this vehicle.
No, bro. What?
And I said, what do you mean that they don't? He said, they say the license plate number on the tag. It's not the same license plate number that is on your license plate. And I went,
what?
Are you serious? He said, yeah, get out of the car and I'll show you. So I get out of the car with him and I go back there. And sure enough, the tags are for a different license plate.
How does that even happen?
How does that happen? Well, I'll tell you how it happens, because I get in the car again. And he goes, do you have the paper? Because he's back there and he's like, do you know a Chris Aubrey? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's my dad. He's like,
Jesus Christ.
oh, well, this is going back to his name. The tag was going to his name.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
For my mom's car.
Your mom. Oh.
Which is a 2022 Kia Soul. I have a 2011 Kia Soul.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
But I'm the only one who went to go pay for the tags.
Wait, yeah, hold on. Okay.
I gave them my license and my license plate number.
And they gave you the wrong ones?
And they gave me the wrong tag. I legally should not have been able to buy that. So I give the officer the receipt that I've got for my tags.
Yeah.
It's got my license plate on it, my make and model of my car, then my dad's name for some reason, and says previous plate, and then it has that plate number as the previous plate. But it says I was buying for the plate on my car, but the sticker is for the old plate, which apparently is registered to my mom's car. But it gets even more fucked up because I called my dad and told him, and he said, that plate's not on any car. It's not registered to any vehicle. So,
what?
Yeah, so the DMV really fucked some shit up.
Originally, I just assumed that your dad paid for the tags and he just handed you the wrong registration.
No.
Because they're both Kia Souls.
No, I went and I paid for the tags.
And they just gave you the wrong ones.
They did. And on the paper, it says I pay for my vehicle. In their system, I paid for my old plates, which they say are on my mom's car, but they're not. They're not on any car.
Jesus fucking Christ. Is this why we didn't drive your car today?
No, my car's full of stuff.
So we haven't even gotten to that, but we'll talk about it.
No. We cheated today.
We didn't cheat. So
That's a cheat.
we didn't ask anything at all. We just talked about the restaurant and things.
Mm-hmm.
Cotton,
Did we get lost?
did we get lost? That's the question.
I mean, I guess you could ask me that question today
That's-
because
well,
I
I
was
was
the one
gonna-
who was going to give the instructions.
I know. I was gonna ask you, and you just went ahead and busted it out.
I'm used to asking.
So let me ask you again.
Go ahead.
Did we get lost?
Oh, no, because we cheated.
I didn't fucking cheat. Don't say that. Don't
That's
don't
cheating.
say the word cheat. Like
It's
it,
cheating.
no, this is
Did we even pull up MapQuest?
well, no, because I knew where this place was.
Okay, see,
because I lived
that's cheating.
near it,
That's
nearest, and I'd seen it, and I wanted to try it.
Which sucks because I should have driven to this one since you knew where it was. But
Yeah,
like I said, my car is just full of stuff where I've been moving. And I
Yeah.
just been rearranging the house and putting Christmas tree up and dealing with all that shit. So I just haven't had time to take it inside.
fair. Yeah, so we kind of cheated, but not really. But we didn't use MapQuest, but we made it there without getting lost. But it's because I knew
I
the
mean,
place.
yet again, another place where we had to take what, 2 turns?
Yeah, I mean it's right. It's not far.
Not at all. 2 turns, and one of the turns was into the parking lot.
Yeah, it's not far at all. We roll up into Rub. First of all, Cotton and I, before we started the episode, I'd expressed I think it's called Rubbies, and we both said yeah, it probably is called Rubbies because who would call it Rubbies?
Right.
We call it Iroquois Pizza. They don't answer, so we're like okay, we're going to Rubbies.
And so I called what I at the time I thought was Rubbies.
Yep.
To ensure they'd be open since it's Black Friday.
Yeah, we didn't know if there was going to be any weird closures. We didn't want to get fucked by getting to the restaurant and not being able to eat there, like anything weird. So we just called ahead to make sure.
So she answers the phone and says, "Hi, thank you for calling Rubbies." And I just lean forward, holding my laugh, so that way I can say, "Hi, yeah, just wanted to check and make sure you guys will be open on Black Friday."
I fucking fell backwards onto my bed. I was laughing so fucking hard, bro. I could not believe this place is called Rubbies.
No, neither could I. Especially because this place opened in like the 12th century.
It's not that bad. What was it? 1989?
That's what you said. I don't know. I didn't see
It's
anything.
it's on the sign, bro.
I looked on the sign and I felt like I didn't see anything.
It says established 1989.
Does it? I don't. Rubbies. Rubbies.
It is. It's on there, I promise.
Says established 1989. You're right.
Yeah, I thought so.
It does not look like it'd be 1989.
No, it looks like it's from the 60s.
Yeah.
I get some people like that style, and some people like it has charm. This place did not have charm.
Dude, it had like blue corduroy
Oh,
carpet.
dude, it was so. It needs a remodel
The first
so
2
bad.
feet of the door were like tile.
Listen, I only said we should eat here because we needed to back up, and I've seen it. I've driven past it so many times.
And it didn't sound like it'd be bad. It's
No.
a bar and well,
No.
Sorry, it's a grill and bar. Right. You stopped me at the same time I was stopping myself. It's a grill and bar.
Not a bar and
according to your
grill,
sign.
like what Applebee's neighborhood bar and grill.
Everywhere else
Bar
it's a
and
bar and grill because you put it in alphabetical order.
And in this place, it's labeled grill and bar. I assume they just want the grill to be first because they think it's more important. I don't know.
But the bar area was definitely larger than the grill area.
And had way more people in it
Way more.
until that family of 8 showed up.
We don't talk about the McPoyles, okay?
That shit. Why did she put them right next to us? Like
Where
literally,
else were they gonna go?
I don't know anywhere else, bro.
If those, I mean, I guess they didn't want to be rude and sit all 8 of them in that one booth that is intended for 8 people. But we did sit in an awkward spot. We didn't sit on the end table on either side. We sat at one of the middle tables.
Well, because when the sign, okay, so we walk in, and there's a sign at the door that says, "Hey, please wait to be seated." First of all, this dining room is being run by one old woman.
Oh yeah.
So we walk in, she's taking someone else's door. She said, "Hey, have a seat wherever you want."
Mm-hmm.
So then you walk and you just pick a table, and you chose that table. So don't bitch at me for how poorly we were seated.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying it's not my fault. I'm just saying we sat at an awkward table. See, I'm just saying that we didn't have really any other good place to put them.
I almost thought we should have sat in that 8-person booth in the back corner.
But
Just
I thought
me
it would
and
have
you.
been fucking rude. And I was like, what if a group of 8 people comes in?
Well, they
and
did,
then they did.
and they did not sit there.
And I went, what the hell?
Well, because that old man and that old woman were sitting in the corner waiting for their take. The two
Yeah.
people were sitting in the corner waiting for their takeout at the 8-person booth.
Mm-hmm. It makes no sense.
And also, dude drank that whole beer and then drove home, I assume.
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely.
Like,
He was like 85. It didn't affect him.
number of beers he's had in his life. His tolerance is insane.
Oh, yeah. He does this every other day.
Yeah, well, this is his nightly ritual. They know exactly what he wants every time he comes in.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope it'd be a Friday thing, but no, he likes to drink a beer, and I won't say that next part.
I don't know what you were gonna say, but I'm glad you didn't say it.
Well, you say my wife beats me. Well, I was gonna say he likes to drink a beer and then drive home and beat his wife.
Oh, well, all right. Hannah does hit you though.
Oh, she doesn't. She doesn't. If she did, I wouldn't have held her hair as she threw up this morning.
Come on, don't put her on blast on the podcast.
I'm not putting her on blast. She's pregnant. I held her hair so that way she didn't have to hold it, so that way she could focus on getting it out.
Yeah, that's what. Oh God, I gotta stop myself. I almost said some really unhinged things right there. This is the Piper. That was so loud. Jesus, my dog just smashed her skull into the bottom of the mic stand
Yeah.
like an idiot. Yeah, so we're in Rubbies. I hate that it's called that.
I do too. I wish it was called Rubies, but I guess they were
Me
like
too.
Ruby Tuesdays. That's not okay.
I guess, but it's also spelled Rubbies.
It is.
So, you could call it Rubies if you.
I'm really sad
try.
neither of us got the motor oil.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in there and we're ordering, and we don't really know what we want. We're looking at the menu, and I almost ordered the special. The special today was catfish with mac and cheese and coleslaw.
Yeah, it sounded good. It
Sounded
looked
good.
when it went to those
It
other
looked
people.
good, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I've never been to a restaurant and had catfish that was good. It always tastes awful because they don't know how to clean
Mike
catfish.
Lenning's?
Huh?
Mike Lenning's.
I've never been there.
Oh,
I just said I've never been to a. What is a Mike Lenning's? What is that?
it's. I'm pretty sure a Louisville restaurant, so we could go there. It's
Oh,
just a
okay.
fish house.
Okay. That reminds me. I should send you. I don't know if I sent it to you, but Trent and Shane both sent me a recommendation I want to try.
Oh no.
I'm trying to figure out what to order, and they're really plowing home about these motor oil wings.
Yeah.
There are multiple spots on the menu where it's motor oil, blah 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 blah. It's so we had to look up what the fuck is motor oil.
Your choice of motor oil, and I'm like,
I don't.
I use Valvoline.
I was gonna tell you, I don't think you should be eating motor oil ever. So we look it up and we look at these wings, and the wings look black. They look honestly, they kind of look like they've been dipped in motor oil.
When I looked at the ones that specifically come from Rubbies, the wings themselves looked normal. They weren't what I expect whenever I order some wings. You expect little drums and flats.
Yeah,
you
drums
order
and
wings
flats.
from somewhere. These were when you go to KFC and you get a bucket of chicken and they got the wing ones in there and they got the little flap and shit on the side of them.
Yeah.
That's what their wings look like apparently.
Oh,
from Rubbies.
full wings.
Full wings.
Okay.
And the motor oil is on the side, but it did in fact look like somebody had opened the motor oil cap on their car and dumped it into a little tin can.
It's probably delicious,
Oh, it's probably great.
but neither of us got it.
No. I wasn't risking it because it only said, choose your flavor, mild or hot.
Yeah, the mild could have been ass blasting.
Right.
The hot could have been sun scorchingly hot.
But I'm not even worried about that. What I was worried about is what about the flavor? There's no barbecue?
It
What the
is a
hell?
barbecue place. Well, it's a grill place, and they have barbecue on the menu.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I guess we can talk about not a very big menu. Honestly, the biggest part of the menu was the back page that was here's all of our.
20 bourbon.
It was a huge list of all their bourbon selections because apparently this place is. You said it was on the bourbon tour, right?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Which is I've never fucking heard of Rubbies. The only reason I know it exists is because I drove by it.
Right. All the time, apparently.
Well, yeah, it's on the way to my parents. So if I go back
yeah.
and forth from there, it's drive right past Rubbies.
Yeah.
So we debated on what to get for a while, and also okay. Speaking of for a while, the service here was so slow, which is fair, I guess, because there was one old woman running the dining room.
Well, there was another woman walking around the dining room.
I didn't see this woman once.
She's the one who gave us the bill at the end.
Well, you're telling me that wasn't the same lady?
No.
Are you serious?
I swear.
I genuinely thought it was just the same person.
No, it was two women.
No, they don't. They No way.
One of them had like red hair, orange, like that candle sitting on this table,
Okay.
and the other one had like straight black hair.
I don't remember her.
That's the one who handed us the bill.
Oh, that lady.
She was the one who.
Now I remember.
She was also an asshole.
Was she?
She was so rude.
She seemed fine.
She came over to the table and she said, "Well, you got water?" And you were like, "Yeah." And she said, "K." Literally just said K. Picked up your glass, filled it up, came back, sat on the table, and said, "There you go." Walked away. I asked for our bill, and she said, "Yeah, give me a minute."
Can I be honest? That just felt like a normal interaction. I did not think that was rude at all.
It just felt sharp. The way she said it was sharp.
I was also kind of checked out the whole time because, like, we were just like, Cotton can attest to this. I looked very contemplative. I kept opening my phone and taking notes because, you know, we're doing the show and I want to. I think it's funny that he who shall not be named told us to talk about the food more, so I started taking notes about the food.
Yeah.
And started, like, I genuinely felt like a food critic. I was sitting there putting food in my mouth, closing my eyes and chewing, and then looking off into the distance longingly. As if I'd had some traumatic food review man backstory.
Yeah, like I couldn't tell if you were upset or what the hell was going on. I was like, what is happening to you? Are you okay? I think I asked you like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. I was fine just contemplating the food.
See, I just wing it.
Yeah, you just wing it, which is like, I get just winging it.
Well, what I really said, well, my mom listens to that. I'm sorry, Mom, but
No, he's not. We both laughed
listen,
at this.
I laughed. I'm saying I'm sorry because it might hurt her feelings.
Okay.
But it's just the truth. I think, and I'll put it this way before I say what I said at the restaurant. I think that truthfully, whenever you want to put your mind, like your heart into something, like if you put your heart into something, you just say that stuff in the moment, when you feel it, how you feel it. You know, I come to this podcast. I love doing this. It's nice to go out and eat with you every 2 weeks, come back, sit, and talk about it for an hour or whatever. I think that it comes from my heart more whenever I just sit down and I wing it. I go through the motions and I tell you how I feel rather than going, this is how I feel, and reading it off a piece of paper. Which is exactly what I did at my grandfather's funeral. I winged it. But everyone loved it. Everyone cried. I almost cried.
You almost cried. You didn't actually cry.
I kept it in because I didn't want everyone else to start crying even harder.
Fair. I did the exact same thing at my grandpa's funeral. Well, I didn't do that. I didn't wing it. I just didn't cry because I didn't want to make my mom cry. Yeah,
well, I mean, I tried writing something down several times. I could not. It just didn't feel right. So I just went and said what I felt in the moment.
See, that's how I feel. So Jesse will probably listen to this. Jesse, just so you know, I'm not going to do this, but I've thought about it. I'm his best man at his wedding. And I've thought about not writing a speech and just going up and, like, picking up the mic and just going for it.
I mean, I think it's perfectly valid. I think it happens. I think it is more natural to do it that way.
See, I want to do that, but I know I will say some really unhinged things in front of his family that he might not want them to know without thinking about it, because I don't think before I say things. It was all
family. Think of the way I talk when I'm just riffing. I really had to hold back.
Your grandma was probably like, too many fucks.
I didn't say a single curse word. I almost did.
Damn.
A couple of times. Just because it was like, you know, I'm just talking. I'm feeling. I'm in my emotions. So I want to say some stuff, and then I'm like, I can't say that. So let's get to the food. Let's talk about the grub. The environment was mediocre at best. The decor was horrible.
Terrible. Service was terrible. I still left a fat tip.
I know, 25% tip.
Because I'm a nice man, and didn't
want that cash.
Also that. Truthfully, I just didn't want the cash my uncle gave me to go buy him beer on Thanksgiving. Basically, yesterday we were recording this day after Thanksgiving. I was at my uncle's house, and he handed me $25 and went, "Hey, go get me some beer." And I was like, "Bro, I didn't drive here because I dropped my car off at my parents, then drove with my parents because my parents had the tags to my car."
Yeah.
So I put the tags in my car, and then I just rode with them because I was already there. No point in both of us driving.
Both had tag experiences yesterday. Interesting.
We did, actually. So I'm like, no way Mom's going to let me drive her truck. My mom has never let me touch her truck. She won't. Like, my dad has let me drive it when we're working, and he has the truck.
Right.
My mom won't let me touch it. So my uncle is like, all right. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't, like, I'm not walking. It's too far. He's like, hold on, give me 10 minutes. I was like, okay. I watched him walk up to my mom, go, hey, can I see your truck keys? And she was like, yeah, what do you want them for? And she hands them to him, and he takes them and just walks over and just hands them back to me and goes, go get that beer. My mom looked stunned. My mom looked absolutely dumbfounded. And then she was like, no, you can't have my truck. And my dad walked up and was like, listen, just calm down. He'll be gone 5 minutes.
My God.
Not that I've never been in a car crash. I have
Right.
my license.
Uh-huh.
Well, I kind of have my license. I'm allowed to drive. Let me put it that way. I'm legally allowed to be on the roads, but I do not have a full license.
You've never taken your driver's test?
No, I've taken the driver's test.
Then what do you mean?
I have my intermediate still. I never.
But if you took the driver's test and you got it.
No. I never.
You never took the class.
Never took the class. So
Yeah, I went through that not too long ago.
I never took the class, so I'm technically still on my intermediate.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if I got pulled over in the middle of the night coming home from work, I would get yelled at and get in trouble.
No, because you're over 21.
Oh, I thought it was if
Nah,
you have the
it's-
intermediate, there's like weird hour restrictions.
Only if you're under 21.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you just have to do it. I mean, it's like free online now.
It is. I'm just lazy. In between my two podcasts, work and class,
True.
I don't have the most time
Mm-mm.
in my days. So, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? We talk about this food.
Well, we'll just talk about what we got first.
That's what I mean. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Well, part of me wants to know, you said you had a story for me that was going to make me laugh.
I don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you had the story about your debit card.
Well, that's not a funny story. That's just tragic, and it made me mad.
Yeah. Then you had the story about the beer. And then you said there was something that happened to you that was going to make me laugh.
No. I said I had something to tell you that I thought was going to make you laugh, and it was the kitchen nightmares thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was, I mean, it's
Okay.
accurate though. You were there.
Yeah, it is. I thought, okay. Yeah, I got you.
Because I mean,
I thought it was a whole other thing.
no. I don't have any other. Listen, I'm not that interesting. I don't have interesting to happen to me.
You didn't have a Yakuza member beat the hell out of people at your casino. I got it.
No, yeah, I'm not. I'm not nearly as interesting as you are.
We won't get into that. It's been a rough week. I've seen too many ambulances this week. Anyway, so we got an appetizer to share.
Oh yeah, that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
I was like, yeah, you want an appetizer? Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I didn't really care. We could try it, whatever.
Yeah, so we got. They didn't have jalapeno poppers. They had a jalapeno popper dip that came with corn chips, and that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I like stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of huge chunks of jalapeno like that, like just like the rings of it and stuff.
coins.
Like,
Called
jalap-
coins.
You ever once walked into a bank and been like, "Hey, can I get a roll of jalapenos?"
But no.
They're not coins.
But you don't ask for a
call them-
roll of coins. You ask for a roll of quarters or a roll of pennies or a roll of dimes or a roll of nickels. But you don't ask for a roll of jalapenos because the jalapeno gets cut into coins. You ask for a jar of coins.
What? So you're telling me if I had a jar of pennies, that's not a jar of coins.
That's a jar of That's a jar of pennies.
But if I had a jar full of them, you wouldn't call that a jar of coins.
No, it's a jar of pennies.
This is semantics. You're just being difficult, you fucking dickhead.
I can argue any point.
God damn you.
But they're called coins. Remember, Michael had a whole conversation about this.
Did he?
He did.
What
when they went
episode?
to fucking Hardee's or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They got a burger that had jalapeno coins, and he was really emphasizing the coins.
Listen, all I'm saying is I'm not a huge fan of jalapeno coins, normally because
Thank you.
they come in a jar and they're pickled. And I don't really like that briny taste that they have.
Which I think is funny. You like pickles?
No, I fucking hate pickles.
Oh, right. You don't like pickles.
Yeah, they're disgusting and I hate them. Which is very funny because both of our food today came with pickles. And I was
I
like,
didn't really
"Get outta
expect
here."
yours to have pickles, but then I
I
thought
didn't
about
either.
it. But I thought about it and was like, okay, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't like pickles, so.
Which is funny is like to us as Southerners, it makes sense.
We're barely Southern. You're not.
Barely.
You're not. You're a fucking Yankee. You don't live in this state.
No. Where am I from? South.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. I'm not like this girl at work who was born in Japan, okay?
Whoa, hold on. That's cool.
She's got the most Southern accent I've ever heard in my entire life. Born in Japan, raised there for 3 years.
That's actually really cool.
Born on like a military base.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So she's still an American.
That reminds me of that episode of Sunny. What, the gang gets trapped, and they're leaving the house, and they're like, they've been listening to these Southern people fight the entire episode, and they all walk out, and they're Asian, and I think Frank or somebody goes, well, we didn't expect that one, and then they leave.
Yeah.
Very funny show.
So it's funny to say that we expect the barbecue sandwich or whatever it is that you got. You got it's pulled pork.
I got the smoked hickory pulled pork sandwich.
Right. Came with pickles.
Came with pickles on the side.
To us, that's normal. I
Thank
think
God.
to most people it would not be.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's I don't know. A lot of people, at least in my opinion, it's very similar to like the chicken sandwich thing. Like when you order a chicken sandwich from a restaurant, you know what you're gonna get, right? It's gonna be at least like if you're looking at fast food, it's always the Popeye style one where it's a bun, fried chicken, mayo sauce of some kind, and then pickles.
Yeah.
Barbecue falls in the same
chicken.
region for me.
Barbecue falls in the same region for us because we were from.
But it's the same format
Kentucky.
of sandwich. It's
But
meat,
it's not.
sauce, pickles.
But it's not though.
Yeah, it is, in my opinion. In every
Because
barbecue I've
where
ever
we're
had.
from.
I guess.
If you get it Tennessee style, it's gonna have the pickles on it. But if you get it from somewhere else, like I don't know.
I don't know shit about barbecue style, so I don't really have an opinion on this. Like I can't. I
Like-
don't think I'm qualified to speak on this subject.
Like when we were in Maryland,
I forgot you went to Maryland.
I don't remember where we were at, but I seen somebody get barbecue and it didn't have pickles with it, and I thought it was weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like pickles with your barbecue is like a Texas thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like
It's
Texas-style
a
barbecue.
Southern thing.
Yeah.
I only said Tennessee because Tennessee's closed, and I've had plenty of Tennessee barbecue.
Well, yeah, it's easy to get here.
Nashville hot.
Yeah, so we got this dip. Well, I would say
It tastes like buffalo dip.
it tastes like buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah.
With jalapeno coins in it,
Uh-huh.
with bacon on top and cheese.
Yeah.
It was good.
Dude, there were some thick pieces of bacon in there.
Yeah, bro. It was like whole slices. Like I was trying to get it on the chip, and it was just a whole slice of bacon fell back off into the dip.
Like, in the dip itself, I swear to God, I had one that was like a quarter of an inch thick.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, holy hell. It tasted just like a piece of ham at that point.
So, what are your thoughts on the dip before we move on to the rest of it? Any what's the word for? Any
Qualms?
problems? Any qualms with the dip?
No qualms with the dip. I think the dip
You
was
ate most
really
of the
good.
dip.
Because it was good. I enjoyed it.
It was good dip.
I like buffalo dip a lot.
I do too. My sister makes it a lot, so I eat a lot of buffalo dip. Like
The one thing I'll say about it, though, not as stringy as buffalo dip is.
No, it was more I don't know what's the word I'm soupy? Not soupy.
Creamy.
Creamy. That's a good one. That's a good word.
It was like it was just a pile of cream cheese. Like you just scooped all the shit out of the inside of a jalapeno popper. but
Yeah.
made it taste like buffalo dip.
Basically.
Which maybe it does. I've never just eaten the insides of a jalapeno popper.
Me either. So you have absolutely zero problems with the dip. No problems at all. Like nothing.
No, because I like jalapenos. Because I like the brininess.
I don't like jalapeno coins, but that I'm not gonna say that's a complaint because that's just something I don't like that we
Yeah.
ordered. So that's
Perfectly
not.
fine.
Yeah, like if you like jalapeno, I get it.
Yeah.
My one qualm: those fucking tortilla chips were stale.
Were they? They were perfectly fine on my side.
They were a little stale, and they didn't have any fucking salt on them at all.
Completely different experience on my side of the plate.
No way, bro.
I
It was like I
swear.
was eating cardboard and dipping it in cheese.
My mouth's literally agape. I swear to God, those were like the crunchiest. Like I thought they baked those chips in the back.
Did we?
I swear.
No way, bro.
Absolutely. Mine were warm.
Mine were warm too, but they were not salty
They
at
were
all.
salty.
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't. No, they were.
Uh-huh.
I didn't think they were salty at all.
And they didn't taste stale at all. They tasted fresh.
They were a little chewy.
No,
I thought.
Not at all. Mine, crisp, crunched right through.
God,
One of them I even had on the plate, and I just like touched it and cracked it in half.
You just fucking crushed my eardrums with that crack noise, by the way. That was loud as fuck.
Yeah.
I really thought we were going to have the same experience with this dip. Like, I
thought we did too. I thought we had a good experience on the dip.
I knew you liked it, but I thought you were just hungry, so that's why you ate most of the
No, it was
cast iron that it came in.
Yeah, it did come in a little cast iron.
Came in a little cast iron, which is kind of cool. We could have gotten the, what'd you call it? The skooky?
The skooky, yeah.
The skooky?
A whole, I assume it's that sized.
Probably.
But even then, that's a huge fucking cookie.
Basically, it's just a giant chocolate chip cookie cooked in a cast iron of the same size at which we got our jalapeno popper dip.
Hella fucking good.
It would be probably delicious with ice cream, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the appetizer. I had small qualms. You did not. Now, here's where I think we diverge even harder. The actual food.
Mm-hmm.
So explain what you got, and also tell the name of what it was on the menu. Don't fucking shorten it.
Was it the wide style?
No, the wide glide burger.
Oh, yeah, the wide glide burger.
Stupid fucking name.
And I got it because it was like, oh, that's interesting. That's weird.
It was
totally just a fucking cheeseburger.
It was just a cheeseburger. She
With
even
2 slices
walked
of
up
cheese.
and said, "Who ordered the cheeseburger?"
Right. I was
When
like,
she dropped the food off.
I guess I did.
Not the wide glide burger. They didn't call it by the name on the menu. She just called it the cheeseburger.
Hurt my feelings.
Hurt my feelings. And then what? You get fries with that,
Yeah.
and then anything else? That's it.
Just the dressings. Everything came on the side.
I got we've already talked about it, but the pulled pork hickory smoked sandwich, which just comes with the sandwich on buns, pickles, red onions, and barbecue sauce to go on it. And then, so she originally, when you ordered the hamburger or the cheeseburger, was like, do you want our house chips or do you want fries? And you got fries.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had in-house like homemade chips, so I got those with my pulled pork because I wanted to try them, because if you're gonna like serve something other than French fries with stuff like this, it better be good.
Right. And most of my experience with pub chips are mediocre at best. I feel like they're usually typically a little bit soggy, or they just, when they get cold, there's not as good.
I see.
So that's why I typically don't get them. Go for the fries. These fries were also homemade French fries.
They were. I could tell because they were. I mean, it looked like they had just. It looked they had one of those French fry presses in the back, and they were just pressing out fries and then frying them themselves, which is cool. I'm glad that they weren't like that. We were not served this. I will say this meal was definitely prepared by a human being. This was a real person made this. This was
Somebody made this stuff. There was heart put into it.
This was not you just pulled this out of a bag and threw it in the fryer and like, you know, this was a genuine restaurant experience.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll go back to you. What did you think? I want to know. I want to hear what you thought about the food, because we got in the car and you gave me a spoiler, and I'm so interested in what you had to say.
So the spoiler I gave was, the dip was the best part.
Which I don't agree with, personally.
I loved that dip.
Why don't you go marry the dip?
I don't want to marry the dip.
Okay.
I got somebody I want to marry.
Okay. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Got a little family I want to start, Already working on the child part of the family, but,
The marriage part, on the other hand.
That's a whole other ballpark. We don't talk about that. The dip, great. I think it was fantastic.
It was fine.
It's been a minute since I've had a good dip. And I've honestly been craving buffalo dip for a while, but I don't fucking have the shit to make it. I just bought a blender the other day.
Really?
And it came with a food processor.
Nice.
So I was like, hell yeah.
You're really buying adult things now that you're having a kid, huh?
Yeah.
You're really going hard on the food processor blender.
Well, Hannah said that she wanted a blender, and I said, well, let's go get one today then. And she said, are you serious? And I went, yeah, why the fuck not? We just got paid. Who cares?
Yeah.
She went, okay. So we went to the store, and I bought one of the big Ninja blenders, and it comes with a food processor.
Be great for the baby.
And a magic bullet.
Wow. Especially making baby food and stuff, like, for the child.
Yeah.
Be useful.
Enjoy the dip. Very much so. Enjoy the dip.
Yeah, I haven't had a good dip in a while either. The only thing I get is when my sister makes buffalo dip, I get some of that.
Right.
But she doesn't. I mean, she does that pretty often, but it's not.
I don't visit my
super
family
frequent.
that makes buffalo dip anymore. So,
Wow.
it was really good dip. After that, I'll start with the fries, because I feel like I always have a bitch about the fries.
You do. I would say you're not a stickler when it comes to fries, but you just have a level of quality that you expect.
Yeah. And I'd say for homemade fries, these are some of the better homemade fries I've ever had.
That's honestly, that's a better review than I thought you were going to give.
They were not bad. They were just slightly overcooked. But
Over. They weren't under. They were over.
slightly overcooked, just a little bit. The inside's perfect, but the outside, there was just like they were probably sitting on the bottom of the pan, so there was one side of them that were just a little bit too crispy. And so, like, the skin bubbled up, and it had just that slight burnt taste. But the rest of the fry was great, so it didn't really bother me. I wish I had more room, so that way I could have finished more of the fries.
So the lady walked up and was like, "Hey, do you guys want a box or do you guys want a check?" And Cotton said, "I want the check, not a box." And she looked
Well, I didn't say not a box. I said, I'm definitely ready for the check.
Yeah. She looked so disheartened at how much food you had left on your plate.
Well, it was like at least half of the fries.
And
there were a lot.
Most of the burger.
There was maybe a third of the burger left at that point.
It was because you fucking shoveled that dip right down in your gullet. That's all it was.
I definitely ate fucking, 8/10 of that dip.
Yeah, I had maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 chips full. And then I was done. Because I knew I needed room for my actual food.
Yeah, I made a mistake. But
yeah,
I still ate all but 3 bites of my burger.
True. I finished my sandwich.
And I didn't have, but I had half my fries left still at the end. But I got the gist of it. You know, I tasted everything. I got my full opinion of all of it. And I'm giving the fries a good review, but that's why I'm sad that I didn't get to eat them all. Normally, I eat all my fries first.
Yeah.
And I finish on the sandwich. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to finish the sandwich anyway. There was no way I was going to eat all those fries and take 2 bites of the sandwich because then it would feel like shit.
Yeah. It'd also be unfair to review a sandwich you had 2 bites of.
Exactly. So I knew I needed to eat more of the burger. So going to the burger, bun was great. It was toasted, which is what I always want.
The bun, even the bun on my fucking pulled pork sandwich was toasted. It was great. It was perfectly crispy.
That's what you want. They knew what's up. You know, been around since 1989. They've known, they heard about them toasted buns, and they went, good. That's what we're gonna do. Bun, great. The onions were a little bit. They were old. Definitely old onion.
Ew.
Because they were stringy. You know how they get kind of soggy and not crisp.
I don't really like onions very much.
I like onions.
On burgers, at least.
I like onions, especially red onion on a burger. I think it's good.
Mm.
But they had gotten to that point to where they weren't crisp to bite into. It was you bite and a little bit of string comes off of them.
Ew.
Yeah, it was pickle. Fine, I like pickles on my burger. I don't need a 1/4-inch thick cut pickles that are big around as my burger.
Dude, the pickle thickness at this place was immaculate.
Oh my god, they were huge. I don't want that.
They were massive.
I want thin pickles. You could have made 3 pickles out of those pickles.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they were huge.
Ridiculous. So that's a little bit of a complaint. There was cheese on the burger, but there were 2 slices of cheese on the burger.
Yeah.
They were overlapped in the middle. Right. So
they didn't spread them out? Put them on different parts? They're just right here together on top of each other?
They weren't all the way on top of each other. They were spread out, but it didn't really need 2 slices of cheese. Maybe a slice and a half, if that.
Are you really saying too much cheese? That's an insane statement that I'm hearing, because I've never once been like, that's too much cheese. Not once in my life.
I can definitely be the kind of person who go, yeah, that's too much cheese.
What is wrong with you?
There's a ratio.
I'm going to revoke your white person card. You can't. White people love cheese. You know that. Don't say
right,
it.
and
Don't
white people can't handle spicy shit, and I do. So, fuck off. I like cheese to an extent.
I love cheese.
I can't just
eat so
eat
much cheese.
I can barely even eat just string cheese.
Oh, I love string cheese.
Cheese and me, I don't know. We get along. It's just
I don't get along with cheese.
We just shake hands, in passing, greeting. We're acquaintances, but we don't frequent each other. I don't go out of my way to be having some cheese.
Oh no, I do. I will go out of my way to have cheese.
There was just too much cheese in the middle of that burger. Because compared to the rest, if it had been a layer of that much cheese on the whole thing, that'd been fine. But it was the fact that there wasn't as much cheese on the sides, and I got bites of that, and it was okay, that's really good. That's the appropriate amount. And then there were bites where cheese was sticking out of my mouth, and they were definitely just Kraft singles.
Oh yeah, I could tell that from the way they were sitting on the burger. It looked like a fresh coat of like a fresh seal coat on
lacquer.
A lacquer on the fucking
Yeah.
burger.
Yeah. So tell me it's not too much cheese when it's crafting.
It's not too much cheese. I like that on a burger personally, but you know,
I just want it to be even.
fair.
The burger itself cooked mostly well.
Too overdone, too under.
The inside was good. Just the outside was kind of charred. Like they need to clean the grill. So it was just kind of charred on the outside. So it had that bitterness to it. But the cook was fine. So overall, I don't have any complaints of it. Am I going to my rating?
No. Well, I'll talk about mine, then we'll rate together at the end.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Sometimes I can't remember how we do this. It's only been 6 weeks.
It's only been 6 weeks. Listen, the crazy part about this podcast is we record every 2 weeks because that's how we put the episodes out. I record for the other one weekly. I never remember what we say on the show because it's so far apart. I never remember what I say on that other show because it's so close together.
God.
It's
sounds like a nightmare.
Dude, my PC is full of files. It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
So, I got, you guys know, I got the house chips with the pulled pork barbecue sandwich. So it rolled up and I was like, oh, so when she said house chips, I genuinely didn't know what she meant. Because I was like, does she mean potato chips? Mm-hmm. Or does she mean French fries? Is this like a British thing? Is this a British restaurant? I didn't know.
See, and the only reason I knew what they were is because the little bar and grill next to my parents' house in LJ, that's what they do, is they do pub chips.
That makes sense. Okay.
They're much bigger than those ones, though. They're like...
Okay. So I wanted to try those. So I get the food. It looks good. Honestly, the bun is like immaculate. Like the crust, the toast they did on that was really, really good.
Excellent toast.
The barbecue sauce. So they didn't pre-sauce my brisket or my pulled pork sandwich. I had to throw the sauce on there myself, which is fine. I don't really care.
That's how you should do that.
But the thing is, the barbecue sauce looked a little weird. It looked chunky, which I was not cool with. So I was like, I don't really want to stick my finger in this fucking barbecue sauce and taste it. So I took one of my house chips and I threw it in there. I tasted it. Barbecue sauce was fucking good. I don't know why it looked so weird, but it was delicious. It was very, honestly, it was kind of mustardy. Almost mustard. Yeah. I think it might have been a mustard-based sauce.
I got you.
Really, really good. So then I was like, well, this fucking tastes good. So I just dumped it all over the sandwich. And I don't like red onions. I don't pickles, so I just put the cap on it and ate it like that. So then I was like, house chip was pretty good with the sauce. I'm going to try a house chip by itself. I assume these had just come out of the fryer because as soon as I put it in my mouth, it was like I poured hot lava directly because it was still covered in oil. So I bit down because I was expecting crunch, and it was soggy because it was fresh and it hadn't hardened yet.
See, that's why I don't like the pub chips.
And I just basically I bit down and squirted hot oil. I had basically got a fucking coating of hot oil all over my mouth.
Yup.
Horrible experience. And I was like, well, that fucking sucked. Then about 10 minutes later, I was like, you know what? I'll give the pub chips another try. They're pretty good. They're good.
They're fine.
The problem is they were too fresh, and I burned myself with them.
Exactly.
I will say my one complaint about the pub chips is I'm pretty sure could use some salt. I feel like they were pretty undersalted, under-seasoned. There wasn't a lot to them. They just kind of tasted like potato in oil.
See, my fries were really well seasoned.
Moving on to the sandwich itself. Your burger looked very wet. Second time, in fact, that you've eaten something and I've gone, that looks wet.
Oh, it was greasy. For sure.
I fucking took a bite out of this thing. First of all, I poured the whole thing of barbecue sauce on there that they gave me. Because it was like, well, they gave me all this barbecue sauce. I might as well use it. Put the cap on it. Took a fucking honking bite out of the middle. Pulled away. I could feel so much shit in my beard. I felt like an animal. The pulled pork was good. It looked a little overcooked. It looked like it was going to be stringy and not what I wanted, but it was very, very good. I could tell that they know what they're doing when it comes to barbecue. It was smoky. It was tender. It was delicious. The barbecue sauce added to, sometimes when you add sauce to stuff, the sauce will take over the flavor and you won't taste anything else.
Right.
The barbecue sauce complemented the pork and made it taste more like pork. I don't know how that works, or I don't know food science. But it was really, really, really good.
See, I was really surprised that you didn't try the pork without the barbecue sauce first.
I did. I pulled some off the side before I ate it, just to try it by itself. And it was It's smoky. It tastes good. It's delicious. Literally, I think I have no complaints about the pulled pork sandwich, to be honest.
God, I feel like your rating's gonna be so high.
Well, I did brag on the chips a little bit. And I also ragged on the shitty 60s decor and the service.
Right? Yeah. We'll see.
You really think I'm going to rate... We walked out of this place, and she was like, I hope I see you again. And I think we both said, you'll never see us ever again. So
Well,
you
yeah,
really think I'm
but
going to give it a high rating?
I think you'll give it something much higher than what I'm gonna give it.
No, I think this place is... I think it's a prime old man place.
Right.
Based on the menu and everything else. If you're an old person who wants to eat old-timey food,
Go here.
go here. It's probably great. You'll probably have an awesome time. I just thought the decor was... going to a restaurant is about the experience. Bad
Yeah.
experience, okay food,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Like, I even told Cotton, I think this might become our drinking spot.
God, it will not. But
I want to go to the bar. Come on, we have to go to the bar
we can
side.
Go one time.
Okay, all right, good. I want to.
But my thing is, maybe I'd get takeout from there.
Oh, that's not bad, actually. I would say takeout probably isn't too bad from there.
Yeah, I might get carry out because that didn't seem all that bad.
No.
And the food wasn't terrible.
No, the food, like,
I kind of want to try the motor oil. Not gonna lie.
yeah, that was enticing, to be
Yeah.
honest. Okay. Now you gotta start playing with numbers.
I'll let you throw your number out there first.
No, I have to temper expectations and make you go first, because you think I'm gonna rate it super high. Don't fucking hit the mic with your nose. I can hear that shit.
Okay. Service, I'm sorry. The older lady that was there first, she was really nice.
She was nice, but she was slow.
But because she had so many other people, I mean, look, there was 3 other tables, and then another table came down and sat in after us, and then another one of 8 people came in, and then
Yep.
another one of 2 came in. And God knows if she was helping with the bar too.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So, and there was a fuck ton of people over there.
Yep.
And that mean lady was the
I
one.
didn't think she was mean, man.
She was rude.
Okay, I believe you.
She was rude.
I was spaced out. I wasn't thinking.
She's definitely rude. She, A, rude. B, was barely in there at all.
Yeah, I saw her bring us food and one other table food, and that was it. And I think she took someone's drink
She
order.
traded
or
your
something.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what her other job is, but she was not doing it.
No. Not gonna blame the first lady. She was nice. I liked you. Her name was like,
I don't know her name.
it was on
She-
the receipt. And I
was
remember
about to say-
it was a different name. It was interesting. It was unique.
She didn't have a name tag.
No, nobody did. She didn't say her name either. She was like, sit wherever you want.
Yep.
And then brought us a menu like 10 minutes later.
Yep.
I guess we didn't really mention this. It took us like 45 minutes to get our check.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was the worst part. Well, and it took forever to get the food too.
Yeah, which I didn't really mind because
No,
it was
yeah.
definitely cooked fresh.
Yeah, and also we got the appetizer halfway through, so we were eating on that.
Yeah.
Like, it was fine.
By the time I was done with the appetizer and like settled and let my stomach settle a bit, I was ready for my food.
Yeah.
So, bad service, bad decor, okay food, good dip.
You think they'll give you the recipe for the dip if you ask?
No,
Okay.
I think it said like famous.
Did
Rubbies.
it? Famous my ass. Nobody knows what Rubbies
Dude.
is.
It said their world famous motor oil. It said almost world famous actually.
Yeah, almost. Almost.
Never heard of it in my life, and I live fucking 10 minutes from it. Holy shit. So, almost. So now they're liars on top of that. So that adds into
Brings
the
the
total.
score down.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm just kidding.
I almost lost it. I almost just like punched the mic because I was so angry. Because I
No.
know it wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad, but it was definitely an 8.
8.
8.
Lower than I expected.
Yeah.
Lower than I expected with
Mhm.
how much you talked about how much you like those fries and that dip. You know what would probably be really good? Dipping the fries in the dip.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Eh.
Okay, well, damn.
Potato in the dip. I don't know,
Okay.
but maybe.
I'm gonna surprise you with this one. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Okay, but that's actually much lower. I thought you were gonna go. I really thought you were gonna be like 15.
Fuck no. Are you kidding me? Dude? No way. I'm gonna give a place a 15 where there's a chicken bone on the floor behind me under a table. That really ruined it for me. I was like,
how do they have a 100 rating?
Well, Cotton,
Bro,
I'm sure.
my McDonald's that I cleaned 5 minutes before the health inspector got there, 86. What do you mean?
They probably haven't had a health inspection since they opened in 1989. And on that health inspection, they got 100, and they kept it. They're just
Because
still
they
going.
hadn't cooked anything yet.
Yeah, nothing was dirty. Yeah, this was definitely. I would say this. We should start giving. I don't know what should the title of this episode be? A kitchen nightmare.
Yeah.
Kitchen nightmare. That's a good episode title.
Oh my god. So what is that? Combined score of 9.
10 plus 8. Yeah, 9. 9. That's the lowest score we've given so far.
Oh yeah. Which is funny because would you say the food was better than last time?
No. Well,
Where were we?
Oscars.
Oh yeah.
I would say the food. I don't think it's comparable because they're different types of food. You know what I mean?
I'd
Like
say
sliders.
my burger was better than my slider burger.
Wow. I didn't think you were gonna say that.
Well, because my slider burger sucked, remember?
I know it sucked, but it looked so good.
But it was not good. That was the problem. This burger was better than the slider burger. I still like the chicken sandwich better than I like this burger, but
You know what? Fair.
the fries were also better than the fries from last time.
Yeah. I didn't really. I mean, I guess I kind of got comparable roast beef, but it's not the
But
same.
that just goes to show you like how big service plays into everything.
Yeah, I mean, if that old woman had been faster, not to be mean, but damn it, we were sitting there for a while. Cotton thought he was gonna shit his pants.
Oh.
Cotton
my
was sitting.
Lord.
We were sitting at the table waiting on the check, and he was like, "I don't think I'm gonna make it." And I was like, "No, dude, I live like maybe 10 minutes. Like, you'll make it to my house. You'll be okay."
Barely made it.
Well, we got here, and you're like, "I don't think I can make it up the stairs."
I was fighting. I was struggling. You know how it like comes in waves sometimes?
Yeah.
I was battling a wave when we
And then he
pulled
was
in.
like, "If your back door is locked when I get up here, I swear to God, I'll scream."
I was just gonna shit in the yard. I'm not even joking with you. I was actually gonna just go down and shit in your fire pit.
Jesus. Oh, the old woman across the street would have been so
I
upset.
don't care.
Oh my fucking God. Well, I guess that wraps her up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So combined score of 9, total score of 9. Sorry that you're lowest on the totem pole.
Lowest on the totem pole.
Work on your shit.
Yeah.
If you listen to this.
Yeah, Rubbies, work on your shit. He's right. You have 100 in your health inspection, but your food, you know,
Mediocre service. Meh.
service is bad.
Pick up the chicken bones before the health inspector comes by in about 20 minutes because I called him.
I didn't notice that the whole time we were sitting there, and you just pointed and like looked at me, and I was like, "What the fuck is he pointing at?"
Well, there's so many people around. I didn't want to be like, "Oh my god."
Well, you looked at me and then pointed and said, "Look at that chicken," and I was like, "What are you talking about? There's not a fucking live chicken in here. There's no way." And then I fucking whipped around, and there's just an eaten chicken bone
Oh yeah.
sitting under a table.
So much meat left on it though.
It wasn't that much meat.
You could have sucked off the ends of those.
I could have. I don't want to.
I'm not saying you in specific.
I mean, yeah. What do you mean?
I mean, whoever ate them could have eaten much
Oh,
more of that
okay.
chicken bone
I thought you were suggesting that I go eat the rest of that
before
chicken bone,
throwing it on the ground.
even though I don't want to.
Anyway, that's it for this episode. Join us again next week when we try to come to Iroquois Pizza again.
No, we're not. We gave up on that. We've given
I know,
up on
we're
Iroquois
gonna,
Pizza.
We're gonna give it a little bit. I don't think we should actually go to episode 100 for it, but I do think that we just need to let them do whatever it is that they're doing. I'll intermittently check back up on them. This will be the last time you hear about them until we actually do the restaurant.
Yeah. I think we're not gonna mention it, and then we're gonna spring it on you like a trap.
Yeah.
And be like,
We
gotcha.
don't know where we're going next time. You'll find out next time where it is that we go.
we usually decide within the week.
Oh yeah.
In the week of, Cotton texts me and goes, "Where the fuck are we going?"
Uh-huh.
And I'm always like, "I don't know, man."
Yeah, and so it's funny because so far it's been like, where are we going if Iroquois Pizza isn't open?
Yeah, that was today. But whatever.
But from here on out, it just seems that it'll be, where are we going this week?
Where are we going? Maybe we'll actually use the format we decided on next week and actually use MapQuest and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean we'll definitely use MapQuest.
We just, It was sort of
Didn't use my car. Didn't
Yeah.
need to use MapQuest because you knew exactly where it was.
yeah.
And those are gonna happen every now and again. I think. I mean,
Yeah, especially if it's a place we want to try. Because, like I said, I've driven past this place probably over 100 times. I've always wanted to stop.
right.
I've always been like, what is this place and why is it called Rubbies?
Right, and that's kind of the point of this podcast for us, at least, is
Yeah.
to try places out like this.
Oh,
that
I
we
have
wouldn't
another one I
typically
want to
go
try, by the way.
Oh my god.
But I won't talk about it now. I'll talk about it after.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening. If you've made it through this full hour and 13 minutes, this is definitely the longest episode.
Yeah, but
worst episode, longest episode.
We're going to have to cut it anyway.
Yeah,
cut
I
a
mean,
lot of it.
Oh yeah, I know.
I have an ape for a dog, so.
Thank you for listening. Thank you, those loyal 32 listeners who tuned
followed
in.
us into the fire.
Yeah. If we get the consistent same amount of views, I'll tell you I love you every time. I'll just let you know that.
Just give you a little kiss.
I told you wouldn't get a kiss till we broke triple digits, and I was severely kicked in the fucking mouth. So you don't deserve kisses yet. But I mean, listen to it multiple times if you have to. I mean, if each one of you listens to it 3 times, you'll almost make it to triple digits. Then you just have lock your mom in your car and make her listen to it.
That's what you do.
But no, I don't even have to.
No.
I did that with Face Jam a couple of times, and then eventually she was just like, "I like this," and then she said, "This is just like that."
So
she
you
started
give your
listening to
mom
it.
Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I hope she listens to this and thinks that that's a funny joke.
But she will.
I've never met your mom. I just thought about that.
I know. You'll meet her when she comes on.
That is going to be a wild episode.
Especially because I told her she has to come into a 23-year-old's basement, sit in his room,
and deal with my dog.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
I haven't really thought about that, huh?
Uh-huh.
Maybe we'll record somewhere else for that episode. I don't really know if I want your mom in here snooping around my room, judging me for all my many plastic miniatures on that
Trust
shelf
me,
over there.
you have nowhere near as many as I do, and
Do you see
she
that?
would not say
that
anything.
fucking start collecting inflation records box up there. I haven't
do.
even opened.
Uh-huh. You don't know how many of those I have.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Thank you for listening.
Leave
Really
a like.
appreciate it. Leave a like. Leave comments. If you have a place you want us to go for the show, leave in the comments. We'll
Right.
go.
we will most likely go. May not be
Like-
the next episode,
But we'll add
keep
it to the
on
list of
keeping on.
stuff. Yeah, like we have nowhere near exhausted our options, and the more you put out there, the more episodes we can make.
no, and there's like 4 that I know of.
Oh, really?
I
Well,
mean,
we have a couple, yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying, like on our list, we've got like 4 that I know of, and then you just mentioned 2 more. So
Yeah. Well, I keep getting recommendations from friends. They're like, listen, they'll go, hey, you should try this place. I'm
that's
like, okay.
perfectly fine. I'm totally cool with that. But I'd love to have a list of like 80 places that we needed to go.
Yeah, because the more episodes, more places we have to go, the more we can make. The more we can do, the more we can like plan and like. I would love to do a special episode at some point. I'll talk to you about it after. It's. We might not be able to do it. It might be too far. I might cross the line with this one. But yeah, make sure to subscribe.
Absolutely.
Actually, here something. You should hit the little notification bell. Turn that on so you know when we upload. It should be consistent. Like I'm trying to do every Monday at midnight.
Every 2 Mondays at midnight.
Every 2 Mondays at midnight. Yeah, sorry. I'm used to the other podcast where we do it weekly. This one weekly would be insane.
Oh, be expensive.
Be expensive. The other one weekly is also expensive because Ben keeps having to buy movies. Because I keep telling him put movies on the list that are like,
on streaming services.
streaming services, and he goes, no, I don't want to, and then he fucking buys them for $18 a movie.
My God, that's on him.
That's what I keep saying, and I keep telling him to write it off on his taxes, and he keeps telling me he
Right?
doesn't know. We don't make any money, so he can't do that. We're not a business. And then I was like, someone will give me $5, and then I'll let you write it off. It's fine.
God.
But thank you, Little Cotton Bobs. Is that what we're going to stick with? I think it's kind of funny.
I think it's funny.
Little Cotton Bobs, thank you for listening. And have a good night.
Good night.